Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and I certainly hope you're having a fine day. Well, it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video because I've been kind of sick for the last month. I've had a really bad infection, flu, all that kind of stuff. That's neither here nor there. What this video is about is mostly going to be a show and tell video on this bass right here. This is a Reverend Thundergun. Okay, now right off the get-go, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor and go to www.reverendguitars.com/basses, BASSES/Thundergun, and read all about them. So that way you'll be on Reverend's dime and not mine. And if you've never heard of Reverend Guitars, just go to reverendguitars.com/about. And Reverend is spelled R-E-V-E-R-E-N-D. Okay, now personally myself, I think that these Reverend guitars are underrated, undersold, under-talked about, under-publicized and everything else, and overly criticized. Because I did a lot of research before I bought this Thundergun, and I watched every doggone video I could. I watched every soundbite I could, and I ordered one in, and the reason why I bought this guitar, I realized I don't need to explain anything or justify anything to anybody, but I sold my ESP LTD RB1005 to my son, who just absolutely fell in love with that Rocco Prestia 5-string, and so I wanted a guitar to replace that. No, I'm not a guitar collector because I simply can't afford buying guitars, but let me tell you what I know about this bass, this Thundergun, okay? Right off the get-go, let me get up here. Now take a look. I hope I'm on the wrong side of my camera, but I hope you can see that. Every Reverend bass is signed off by a guy by the name of Zach Green. See his little initials right there? And there's also a serial number that's inscribed on the back of this headstock, okay? That means that this Thundergun right here and all other Reverend basses have been checked out, they've been set up and tuned, or not, set up mostly, checked over and tuned and whatnot have you, before they're sent out to the dealers. And the name Reverend, of course, is right there. Excuse me. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this video. I'm not really feeling up to snuff, but we'll try to blunder through this the best I can, so forgive me if my voice gets very rough. Okay, now, on the back of this guy, as you've probably been seeing, those are open gear hip shot tuners. Now, if you go to that page I was just telling you about, you're going to see that the ones for 2018 and probably 2017, they're hip shot tuners or ultralight tuners, but they're encased. They're not open like this. I have an idea that this is a 2015 model or a 2016 model, maybe something like that. And these are made in Korea, okay? Now this neck on this guy right here is what they call a medium oval C neck. And I can guarantee you that the neck on this thing is it is definitely not real thick. It's definitely not real thin. It's a very playable neck, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Now, the very earliest literature in my research that I could find was in 2011. I found an article done by Antique Guitar or something, talking about these Thundergun basses, okay? And that's the reason why I decided to do this video, to maybe answer a few questions for you folks that are out there that are thinking about buying one of these Thundergun basses, because this is a very unique bass. It's a very different kind of a bass. Very different and very unique than anything I've ever seen or heard anyway. Okay, now, right off the get-go, here's something that I want to point out. This This fretboard right here is made out of rosewood. Now, for you folks that don't know this, rosewood is almost getting to the point where it is illegal to obtain rosewood. You're going to see the day when you're not going to be able to get a guitar with a rosewood fretboard. You see what I'm getting at? Because if you go to that page I just got done telling you about, reverendguitars.com/basses/Thundergun, you're going to see this neck right here is listed as black tech. Okay? Now, black tech, what black tech is, it's a form of pine wood that they get out of New Zealand that they, how can I put this? They impregnate it with resin and they super compress it, and it goes through several processes, and it turns out a lot like ebony or rosewood or whatever have you. But it's called black tech. What I'm trying to tell you is the Thunderguns for 2018s have that black tech on there, okay? You might want to call this particular guitar that I've got right here, this bass, a prototype, but, you know, I don't really know if you want to call it a prototype or not. And let me take a minute to thank the folks at Monster Music in Levittown, New York, for getting this bass to me and giving me a good deal on it. And I thank you, Mr. Brian. And that's the fellow that I was doing business with. Anyway, that's where I got it from, is Monster Music. So don't be afraid to do business with those folks, okay? Also, this fretboard right here is lined. You can probably see that. It's single ply lined. What else was I going to say? Okay, yeah. The scale on this neck is 34 inches. It's got 21 frets on it, and these are mother of pearl block inlays on this fretboard, okay? Now, what else? Okay, let's move up here. Now, these pickups right here, this is called a thick brick pickup right here, this bridge pickup, and this is designed by one of the main owners and proprietors and engineers of Reverend Guitars, a fellow by the name of Joe Naylor. This guy right here, this pickup right here, it looks like a precision pickup, but it's called a split brick. Now, what you're going to get out of this split brick here is you're going to get a lot of your real low octaves, a lot of real low bass sounds and that kind of stuff. And this pickup right here, this thick brick, you're going to get one heck of a lot of highs and mids. And that's a fact, too. Okay, this knob right here, this is your volume knob. This guy right here is your tone knob. And this knob right here sweeps from this split brick right here down to this one, down to this thick brick. In other words, if you're all the way down here like this, you're on the thick brick. If you pan all the way up here like this, you're on this split brick. Let me get this straight. This is thick brick and split brick. Okay, now this bass this bridge right here, this bridge is a high mass locking type bridge. You might be able to see every individual saddle has an Allen, if you can see that. And this is a very, very sturdy type of a bridge designed by Joe Naylor. Simple as that. Okay. Now, you might be able to see that this center mass right here is raised up. It's raised up, I would say, a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch compared to the wings. And what that does is it gives this body more harmonics, more frequency, more vibration, if you will, and that kind of thing. Also, it might be noted that this body on this guy right here is made out of Carina wood, which is very similar in characteristics to mahogany. Okay, and that's the same way it is with this neck back here. This is a Carina neck. It's got a set neck. You know, it's not a bolt-on or nothing like that. And this neck has got 2 stripes, if you will, of walnut in it. But you can't see them because of the paint job. So this is a 5-piece neck. In other words, you've got carina, you've got a stripe of walnut, carina, another stripe of walnut, and then carina like that. So there you are with all that. And these pickups, might be noted, they're passive. There's no electronics in here. You know what I mean? There's no booster electronics of any kind, which I really, really like. And believe you me, the way I've described these pickups is just exactly the way they are. This guy right here has really got some boom in it, and this guy's really got some highs and mids. Simple as that. And it's also, the way this bridge is, you know, it's a top loader right there, or the way I've got this set up, it's stringed through the body. And that's really about all I can say. This particular piece right here, what I'm trying to tell you is different than what Reverend's got on their website right now. Slightly a little bit different. Because I do believe that there was a bunch of prototypes floating around. And they were experimenting around with a bunch of different colors and whatnot have you. And like right now just for reference purposes, it's February 12th of 2018. There's 3 colors available. There is natural wood, which is kind of a blonde, pale yellow type of wood. There's this gunmetal flake, or gunmetal gray with kind of a sparkly metal flake inside the paint, and then there's solid black. So there's just 3 colors. But I do believe my mass research, because I looked at guitars a lot before I bought this Thundergun, and one of the reasons why I bought this is because most people that mess around with these Reverend basses and Reverend guitars end up liking them, but for the life of me, I'd never even heard of Reverend guitars and basses until I started doing a bunch of research. Now look, I don't work for, Reverend, those people don't even know me. I just know who they are, by reading stuff on the internet. Like I say, if you go to reverendguitars.com all together now, and go to their About page, it'll show you all the main players that work for Reverend. And what they basically do is when they get their guitars in from Korea, this is a Korean product, by the way, they come right straight to Toledo, Ohio, and they get set up by Zach Green, and he signs the headstock like what I showed you. But these are there's one thing I almost forgot. I'd be really mad if I forgot this. Just before I turned this camera on, I was downstairs messing around with this bass, and I got an old set of fish scales that aren't very accurate, but I went ahead and weighed this. You're going to have to, give me a little break on this. But this bass weighed in at 8.25 pounds. It's just a little over 8 pounds, which is really nice. The carina wood is a light wood, is a resonant wood. It's got a lot of harmonics in it, and then like that. And that's why Reverend Guitars uses carina wood. Korina, I believe, is how you spell it. And so I don't know what else to tell you. Very nice guitar. You're probably wondering, can you thumb slap with it? Yes, you can. Is it good for just like solo and fingering? Yes, you can. As a matter of fact, when you get one of these, it should be, provided it's not used, if it's coming straight new from a dealer, it should be all set up. And one thing right off the get-go is the string action is fairly low on this guy. I mean, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. And the day I got this, I took this over to my son and had him check it out because he's 10 times more picky when it comes to musical instruments than I ever thought of being. And that's the first thing he said. He says, "Oh my God, Dad, this finger action is so doggone low. I can't believe this." But this guitar right here passed his inspection. Like I say, the highlights of this guy right here, very simple electronics. You've just got to, You've just got a pickup pan from one to the other. You've got a master, a tone, you know, from treble to bass, and you got a master volume. That's it. No switches or pull pods or any of that. I like that. And, you know, you got a thick brick right here in this bridge pickup. This is a split brick right here. These are proprietary pickups. Very good. They, you know, they do, like I say, this bridge right here is a very, very stable bridge. I hope you were able to see all that. Just a real nice bass. So what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, get down to your favorite music store or whatever have you and give these basses a look. See your Reverend guitars in general. And while I'm at it, Reverend, they make like probably 5 or 6 different other basses other than this Thundergun. They have the Macaulay 4, the Macaulay 5, the Justice, and on and on. I can't remember them all because I was mostly interested in this guy right here. And this is, for the most part, it's only got 3 woods in it. Rosewood in the fingerboard, the neck is carina, the body's solid carina, and then there's a couple stripes of reinforcement of walnut in that neck. So there you are, and I hope I didn't forget anything because I'm not going to shoot this video all over again. Okay, thank you very much. I like this guitar a lot. Yeah, well, I'm going to have to like it because I bought it and I'm not about to send it back or renege on the deal or anything like that. Okay, we'll see you folks on down the road, and I hope this video turned out okay. Take care of yourselves.